Hey, Alan Zlotorzynzki, Space Coast Daily TV, Space Coast Daily Sports. I'm here today on the campus of Satellite High School. We're coming up exactly 2 weeks from today. The kickoff classics begin in and around Brevard County. Now, here at Satellite High School, they are looking to build on what was undoubtedly a very unexpected, and when you speak of the word you've got to add uncommon. That was the mantra, remains the mantra here for second-year head coach Ted Kimmey, whose team last year won a home postseason game for the first time since Ronald Reagan was president. When you look at the numbers on the field this year for the Satellite Scorpions, there are 76 student athletes out here with helmets and pads on. That's more, Coach Kimmey told me, than they've had in the last 10 seasons. I had an opportunity to speak to Coach Kimmey and several of the players that'll start for him this season. Here is my conversation with Coach and those players. This gentleman happened to capture the Friday Night Locker Room Space Coast Daily Coach of the Year last year. And, Coach, congratulations on that honor. But it's a new season, new expectations. How's camp going?
Camp's going awesome. The guys are fired up. You know, the biggest thing I challenge these guys is to string great practices together. There's no off days, you know, and I think that's a challenge. There's no doubt. Everybody's excited on the first day of football. They're more excited on the second day. The challenge is to do that every single day, right. You know. Because you know the doldrums of football practice, and it gets hot. It's Florida. So I'm challenging these guys to bring the juice every day, start to finish, win every single rep, 1-0, win every drill, win the practice. And we grade it, we score it, we make them compete. And they've responded. We got more numbers than we've ever had. Well, I don't know about ever, but in a long, long time. Yeah. Got 76 kids out here, and all of them are going to contribute. I told them the other night, I said, look, hey, I don't care if you're sitting here and you think you're a number 3 guy or a special teams only. At some point, your number's going to be called this season in an important moment in a game. And the question is, are you going to be ready? And it's our job as coaches to get them there.
Coach, when you look at, you know, and for the past however many years, as I said, you won a home playoff game last year. Since the first time since the Ronald Reagan administration. And that's not a knock on anybody that was here before, Coach, but it takes an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, as the Hardballs would say, to really put yourself out there, not just on the field, but in the community. How have you taken this program and got it to where it is so quickly?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I asked, you know, I was talking to the new principal. You got a new principal, Bobby Pruitt. I'm so pumped about him coming here, you know, with the foundation that Mark Elliott set. But, man, Bobby is just all about the experience of the student athlete, and we're just fired up to have him and TJ Gaudy, our new athletic director. That's a little plug for those two guys. But, you know, when I met with him the first time, you know, he said, how do you attract good coaches? And he said, for not a lot of a stipend, you know. So
right.
and it's a good question. And I said, you know, be honest with you, you got to love where you work, and it's all about the people. You know, when I show up every day to work with these kids, this coaching staff, this booster club, and all these people in this community, I just love what I do. I love it. I have the best job in the world, and just having that feeling, I'm motivated. I'm energetic as heck, and that motivates me to instill some change in the program, in the community, and that aspect of it, you know, that's really helped a ton in helping change this program, making it about the people, about the players. We're a player-centric program. We're not about the coaching staff. We're not about the parents. We're about the players, their development academically, athletically, physically, mentally for the rest of their life. And I'm just like I said, I tell them all the time, I'm just excited to just go stand on the sidelines and watch you play, you know. And you know, I always say I'm just holding a card, you know.
I said it last year. I'll play for you. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. You know, another way that you build a program like this is to do what you went out and did with this weight room, and there's a look at it on the screen. It's absolutely beautiful. And, you know, Coach, we were talking about it in the weight room, the ability to keep your own here.
Yeah. I mean, we were proud last year, you know, eight wins, you know, did a lot of things we hadn't done in a long time, but we did it with our people. You know, it was homegrown. Nobody came, nobody left, and we were just proud to do it with our own guys. And I think what we've done here is we've shown that you can get to college from Satellite. You know, we had 65 different schools come through in the recruiting season, and on top of that, I feel like that's one of my primary jobs. So I bust my tail in recruiting for these kids, as long as they bust their tail for me on the field. You know, right. So and in the classroom.
Fair.
Yeah, right. And then. On top of that, you know, the weight room aspect of it, and just the facilities, you know, it needed a little bit of TLC, and that $50,000 that we put into it, it made it. It's college level. It's a college level weight room. It's one of the best in the county. I'm just proud, like I said, to go in there every day, watch those boys work. But it's just helped them see, like, look, I don't have to. The grass isn't greener, because really I'm not even worried about the grass, because I can right here, right now on the beach, I can get what I need. I can go to college. Coach has got my back. He's going to develop me academically, physically, mentally. I'm going to get great weight room work, and he's going to take care of me. So, where else would you rather be?
Speaking of grass, no issues with that this year as we start the season. Coach, let's talk about the team here. Let's start on the offensive side of the football. I'll save you the trouble of saying you can't replace the best athlete in the state, 3-time state champion pole vaulter Noah Mummy, but also Central Florida's leading passer last year. But even though you can't replace a guy like that, you have to. Yeah. How do you do it?
It's high school football, right? Every single year. Yeah. That is part of the challenge. I don't necessarily get to go recruit my scheme quarterback. I'm not, so I don't get to recruit my spread offense quarterback. I get what I get, So the challenge is it's not the challenge. What I'm excited about is we've developed an identity. And the kids believe in it. We're a tempo team, so we're all about speed, simplicity, and boldness, going fast, and that gives us an edge we've never had. So we used to line up in pro style I, but we don't have those type of offensive linemen. So now we like to spread it out, force the defense to defend the entire field, attack them horizontally, vertically, not be afraid to attack when necessary. So for us, the offense it's going to stay the same. We just got to find the pieces to fit it, Yeah. So I'm excited about, Beau Cole returns. He's an all-state wide receiver in Class 5A last year. He led us in receiving and touchdowns, and he'll play defensively for us too. We got a little bit of a two-headed monster at quarterback right now. We got a 10th grader, John Hinkle. He's 6'3", 210, huge kid and athletically gifted, not just in his arm, his feet. And he's smart. He's a good leader. And then we have a basketball kid who's going to be a senior, came out this year, who can run. He can run. So it's a good little mixture of skill sets that we can utilize in different situations in a game. And then I'm excited about our offensive line. We got 4 of our 5 offensive linemen returning: Nick Bergeron, Felipe Brugger, Jackson Lacey, Spencer Husenveld. And then we got a new center, Will Russell. And those guys are big. They're smart. They're like some of the smartest kids in the school. All AP kids are I think the average GPA is like a 3.9. Right. They're all honors AP kids, and I was an offensive lineman. I'm a firm believer they got to be your smartest guys and cerebral, So we're excited about that. And then our receiving core, we just got a kid who moved in, a sophomore outside wide receiver, Gunnar Greenwald. Came in from Centennial High School in Las Vegas. 6'3", 180, fast kid, 4'6". Can go up and get it. He basketball kid, can jump, so we're excited about him. And then for our guys on the field, I'm just excited to go out there and go fast. It's like every week the game plan. My coaches text me every week. Hey coach, what we gonna do this week? And I always answer, go faster. That's my answer. So
can't hurt.
Go faster. Yeah. So.
Coach, the defense. How are we looking on the defensive side of the football this year? I know last year it was the one area you told me we needed to play a little bit better at. Yeah. How are we looking?
Yeah, I mean, last year our biggest thing, it wasn't necessarily the scheme on defense, it was tackling. Right. And this year, or last year, what we did, every single day we did a tackle circuit. And it's amazing. You focus on something enough, you become pretty good at it, So for us defensively, we continue to focus on that. This year we're gonna focus a little more on turnovers. We're firm believers. The more possessions for our offense, the more points we're gonna score.
That's fast too, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Fast,
that's right. Yeah. So we're hyper aggressive on defense. Paul Hodges, my defensive coordinator, is also our head strength coach. He does an amazing job. Yeah, he is a beast. He looks like a beast too. He's scary, man, which is what you want in a DC, But I mean, our offense and our defense complement each other really well, because we're going to throw the kitchen sink at you, multiple fronts and coverages, but we're going to look the same, right? The pre-snap, but we may be multiple after the snap on defense, and we're going to throw the kitchen sink at you. And if you get us, you're going to get us 80 yards over the top. We're going to tip our hat, but that's okay because our offense gets the ball back, Right. But we're going to either make you go backwards, or you're going to beat us over the top, So for us, it's something that really complements each other really well. And defensively, are just some of the players that stand out. about, Beau Cole. He's played safety for us. Gunner's going to play safety for us. Parker Jones at corner. Alex Goodale at corner. Our defensive line is pretty nasty. Trevor Fish, J.J. Veely, Luke Bowling, and Scott Wynn. And then we have, our All-American middle linebacker, J.D. Arnold, kind of holding down the middle. He's not only the Mike linebacker, but he's the captain of the defense. He calls the coverages, calls the fronts, and gets us lined up where we need to be. So he's a special kid and really has helped us, kind of solidify some consistency on the defensive side of the ball.
Coach, secret weapon, as we put together our preseason players, seeing your kicker, I have to reevaluate the position. This guy's leg is phenomenal.
Last year, Kyle Downey, he's going to be a senior for us, 4-year senior. Last year he broke the all-time record for points at Satellite, 52 points. He actually broke his brother's record. So Austin Downey, who's at Mount Union, the D3 national champions, and so his goal this year is to break his brother's distance record, which is I think a 52-yarder. He's a special.
He's hit 5 of them.
Yeah. The kid is special, man. He's a freak. He's grown. I think in the last this summer he grew 6 inches. So right. Yeah, and he's a beast. He's a soccer player, so it all translates. And tons of colleges are looking at him, and he's a good kid too. So.
Well, Coach, we look forward. Well, before we go, the schedule this year, you're going to go up to Gulf Shores, Alabama. Yeah. Talk about your schedule a little bit. You're going to play MCC. Yeah. You're going to stay in county there, that one. Talk a little bit about this.
Yeah, we changed a little bit. There was a couple teams. We're not playing Trinity Prep. We're not playing Atlantic, Port Orange, and we wanted to get back to some more county teams. Like I said, we got MCC on there, and then now we're going to go up to Gulf Shore. So if we kick it off with Space Coast, and what Matt Diesel's doing up there, and his program, I know he's a class act. And we're just excited to both, kind of start our seasons against some quality talent and some quality coaching. And then we'll go to O'Galley, we'll go to Melbourne, we'll go to Father Lopez, and then we'll go to Gulf Shores, Bayside, bye week, and then back for Astronaut, MCC, Harmony, and then Fernandina Beach, and then close it up with the Beach Bowl. Yeah. So, and then the plan is to do the Heroes Bowl. We got to qualify for that. 5 wins is necessary. So the plan is to do the Heroes Bowl again on November 9th, and that'll be a regular thing. So.
Well, Coach, looking forward to a great season here from the Satellite Scorpions. That's right. I'm wearing it. It is.
Converted.
No, you didn't have to convert me. You had me. But anyway, Coach, we appreciate your time as always. Thank you so much.
Alan.
For head coach Ted Kimmey, I'm Alan Zlotorzynzki with Space Coast Daily TV.
Go Scorps.
Here on the campus at Satellite High School, and look, this is not a knock against kickers, but I rarely interview kickers. But this guy right here is the exception to the rule, and the reason is because I just watched him kick about 5 50-plus yard field goals with distance to spare. He's got a bloodline of kicking. He is Kyle Downey. You might remember his brother here. It was Austin Downey. Kyle set the all-time points record last year here at Satellite High School. Kyle, welcome to Space Coast Daily TV, and tell us, man, where's that leg come from?
I played soccer my whole life, and my brother, I'm pretty sure, just my family and my origin in soccer.
Now, Coach says it is your goal this year to eclipse what your brother's distance records here. Is that what we're focusing on?
Yeah, I guess.
What is the distance records?
52 yards.
See, he knows it, so there is no I guess. That is the goal, and that's a good thing to say. How is your brother doing?
He's doing good. He's just graduated. He's working on his master's.
That's great. Good to hear. What about you? You're a senior. What are your plans and goals? With a leg like that, I would assume you want to play college football or college soccer.
If I could play either one in college, that'd be great. To play both in college would be a dream, and just to go to college is.
Talk about the team this year. You guys were 8-2 last year. It was a special season, uncommon, if you will. How do you think the team looks from your perspective?
There's a lot of hype around the team. I think it looks good, and practice is fun, even as a kicker.
I tell you what, keep your eye on this guy this year, and not only just this year, into the future. He's Kyle Downey, the point record holder all time here at Satellite High School. Kyle, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Yep. Beau Cole, wide receiver, defensive back, right? Yes, sir. He was the Friday Night Locker Room Space Coast Daily Player of the game last year in the Beach Bowl. Another Satellite victory over Cocoa Beach. First of all, it's your senior season. I know you got to be pumped up about it. Talk a little bit about your expectations this year for both you and this football team.
My expectations are just to go out and get back to the Heroes Bowl once again. and have a winning season just like last year.
Now, you're fast, you're physical. How about you, your personal goals? College, talk a little bit about beyond this, what it is that Beau Cole wants to accomplish.
This year I would definitely like to gain some more scholarships and just have that option because I just love football and this is what I want to do.
Passion. Talk about playing for Coach Kimmey. You know, we have a lot of great coaches in this county, but he seems to have a certain passion that rubs off the right way on you guys. Talk about that.
He's just great with just enthusiasm. He's always on top of us about everything. He keeps us in line, and he just knows how to talk to us and get us to get going and motivated.
Now, you guys run that spread offense. You guys like to get the ball down the field, over the top of the field, which factors in greatly for you because you're one of the best wide receivers in the county. But you got a new quarterback this year. Noah Mummy has graduated. Was the leading passer in Central Florida. Talk about breaking in a new quarterback.
It's always going to be different, changing quarterbacks like that, but we're working on it. We've been working all summer, and I feel like we have a good connection now.
Well, what do you like to do more? You like to play defensive back or you like to play wide receiver?
I like playing wide receiver.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Who doesn't want to catch the touchdown passes? He is senior Beau Cole. Keep your eye out for him. I have a feeling that plaque he collected last year in the Beach Bowl won't be his last. Thanks, Beau.
Thank you.
Here with yet another two-way player and yet another wide receiver and defensive back. Coach Kimmey says he likes to go fast. He's got another fast one here in senior Alex Goodale. Alex, talk a little bit about your team and your goals for this year.
We're a high-tempo team. Our goal is we're going to try to win another bowl game this year, have another repeat of last season. Honestly, our offensive goal is just to go as fast as we possibly can, try to keep the defense on their toes. And on the defensive side of the ball, we're just going to try to be as aggressive as we can and make big plays.
Now, what do you like playing more, wide receiver or defensive back?
I like wide receiver.
Okay, I don't blame you. As I was telling Beau, Beau, you want to catch, who doesn't want to catch a touchdown pass? Playing for Coach Kimmey, I asked Beau this, I'm going to ask you this as well. The enthusiasm rubs off. You got 76 players on this field. That's more than it's been here for 10 years. You had that bowl game last year. This program is only up and up. People are talking great things about satellite football. You're a part of that. How does that make you feel?
It feels great, just having all the hype around us and stuff. Like, looking forward to trying to have another big season and keep it up. Like, try not to go downhill again. Your
schedule, I mean, you can see it. You're traveling up the Gulf Shores, Alabama, the camaraderie you have as a team. Talk a little bit about how important, how you feel about the work that you guys do off the field in the community as well, because it's big, isn't it?
Yeah. We do a lot of work for the community. Like, we do flag days every 4th of July. We give flags to the whole community. And we have different volunteer days that we have to do, like, once a month about for the community. And it feels good to give back to everybody and, like, feel, like, close with the community. Like, everybody likes us in public. There's, like, signs around. Like, it's just nice being, like, close there.
It's a great feeling. And you know what? Continue that. The community, come here on Friday nights and watch these student athletes play. Cheer them on. He is Alex Goodale. Alex, thank you so much for spending a couple minutes with us.
Thank you.
Here with junior middle linebacker J.D. Arnold. And, J.D., I tell you, man, watching you out there on the football field, going sideline to sideline, tell us a little bit about the style of defense that satellite football plays.
Our defense is nasty. We like to just go at it, get the person with the ball. Bobby Boucher defense, as our defensive coordinator put it.
Now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
We just tackle the person with the ball.
Now, obviously, you know Coach Kimmey. He was an offensive lineman, an offensive guy. You guys used to play that spread offense. Watching on the field, now, you know they can score quick. Talk about conditioning. You got that new weight room. Talk a little bit about how important conditioning is with an offense like this.
Conditioning for our defense is really incredible because we need to be conditioned because it's a lot of times our offense will be on there for 2-3 plays and we got to go out for an entire drive. And we're just tired after 3 or 4 drives and we just got to be able to push through it. So our defensive conditioning has to be beyond it because we have a lot of players who do go both ways. So those players have to push through it a lot.
That's a great answer. And, you know, we were talking a little bit earlier, and speaking of this program, the tradition that has been built in this program, 76 players on the field here today. JD, you know, as a junior, you have one more year left here, but, you know, a part of this team last year, you have started to build a new tradition here at Satellite. How does it feel to be a part of something that you know with a guy like Coach Kimmey and the staff here is going to be around a while?
Well, I've lived here my whole life, and I've always been a Satellite Scorpion fan. My entire family has been through here, and I've seen the program go through ups and downs, highs and lows. I've seen it change more times than I can say I've seen other teams change. And just to be loyal and know that we're going to get through the rough times. There's going to be times where we're just down, beaten up.
but we're going to be able to push through it because here on the beach, we're just as a family over here. Small town life.
You know, I tell you, and he's so right about that because the community efforts. Talk about what it means to be involved in the community as well because you guys do probably more than any other team in the county when it comes to being out. Once a month you're required to be out there, the flags on 4th of July. Talk a little bit about how important that is to you.
To me, it's really important because growing up here, as all of us do, we have connections outside of football. We grow up with teachers through elementary school. We have families, and they all want to see where we're at when we move on to high school and what we're doing. And being in the community is really helping them connect with the satellite football program more. They're all willing to donate and everything. It's all about making the right connections with the right people and surrounding yourself with good people.
That's a fantastic answer, and we're gonna end with this. I wanted to get your reaction. You're a defensive guy, middle linebacker. The first time you saw that new weight room.
Oh, the first time I saw that new weight room, well, I was putting it together with the team. But, man, I was just excited knowing that we were going to have so much better equipment. Just bars that weren't bent all the time from Coach Carter lifting by himself. But it changed the culture of the team in a whole. It brought us closer. We all bonded because we're all working at the same station with people who we like to be surrounded by.
I don't think you can give better answers than the answers that J.D. Arnold just gave, and we get not just this year but next year with him. He is junior Mike, middle linebacker, J.D. Arnold. J.D., thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's not always about the guys on the field or the guys off the field. Sometimes it's about the ladies that take care of them. And the team managers are perhaps the most important people that nobody ever talks about. Not here at Space Coast Daily. Look at these 4 beautiful young ladies who help take care of this football team. I'm going to have them introduce themselves, and they're going to tell us a little bit about what they do. What's your name and what year?
Hi, I'm Tori Hammond, and I'm going to be an upcoming senior.
I'm Louisa Rocha. I'm a junior.
I'm Jamie Goodale. I'm a junior.
I'm Becky Weand. I'm a sophomore.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about, you guys are out here in the heat every day, just like they are. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
We kind of just ride around to make sure the waters are still full. We make sure they don't dehydrate or get overheated. We also wrap them up if they have any injuries.
Talk about that because that's crucial because you have to treat them with kid gloves. I was a football player and a hockey player. We're big babies. So talk a little bit about that, about making sure you take care of them and, do you get the gratitude you deserve?
Yeah, we also help out with the other equipment and stuff like that as well. But mainly before games, we stretch them out. We make sure they don't cramp up during games by giving them pickle juice and water. So it's just stuff like that we do before games and even for practices to make sure they're okay.
And you guys give better interviews too, by the way. Talk a little bit about why you wanted to do this. Why did you want to do this?
It has really good volunteer hours for me for when I go off to college for Bright Futures. Also, I just really wanted to get into school events and stuff like that for the football games.
And why did you want to do this?
Well, the volunteer hour thing too, but I also kind of just like how we're all a team, It's a really nice feeling when everything comes together and we're all like working together.
It's a good answer. How about you?
Same reasons. Also, my brother's on the team. So.
Oh, really? Which one's your brother?
Alex Goodale.
I just interviewed Alex. Alex, I messed your name up like 3 times. I feel horrible about that. And why? And you're a sophomore, so you have 2 more years. Why did you want to do this?
Well, when I was in 6th grade, my sister let me on the field because I just wanted to spend time with her. And on Friday nights, I would go down there and be on the field, and I became friends with all the boys there. And my brother plays too.
Who's your brother?
Scott Weand.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started doing it for my sister, and then I'm doing it for my brother, and I've made great friends, so I'm going to do it through the rest of my years.
And the other thing, too, is that once you're on the field, you don't want to sit in the stands anymore. That's horrible. All right, what is your prediction? How are the Scorpions going to do this year?
I think they're going to do pretty good. I watch them practice every day, so.
Biased, right?
Yeah, they look good.
And how do you think they're going to do?
Amazing.
Great.
There you go. Well, ladies, one more time. Your names?
Tori Hammond.
Louisa Rocha.
Jamie Goodale.
Becky Weand.
There you have it. And I'm Alan Zlotorzynzki. Well, there you have it. The Satellite Scorpions getting set for another season under second-year head coach Ted Kimmey. Always good to talk to Coach. And, of course, part of the reason that Coach Kimmey was named the Space Coast Daily Friday Night Locker Room Coach of the Year last year, it wasn't so much for the 8-2 record. Of course, that had a lot to do with it in turning this program around. But what he has got these young student athletes doing off the field is as remarkable as what they're doing on it. And then when you factor in some of the personal adversity that Coach Kimmey had to overcome last year following Hurricane Irma and having his roof ripped off his house, and he didn't miss a beat. Didn't miss a beat with this team. And, his family lived in a hotel. And I'm here to tell you, it was a very difficult time for him, but yet he still continued to dedicate his life to God, family, and then this football team, and it showed. As for this season, well, the Scorpions, they don't have to worry about the grass like they did last year. They'll play all of their home games right here in Satellite Beach. And how will they do? How do you follow up an 8-2 season? Well, losing a passer and an athlete like Noah Mummy, and in that backfield, Lewis Morris, of course, was the state pole vault runner-up behind Noah Mummy for 3 years. You just simply don't replace those guys, as Coach Kimmey and I talked about. But to get the most out of your talent, I wouldn't trust that to anybody other than Coach Kimmey here on the beach, and I think he'll do that this year. You look at their schedule, it's a tough one. Going up to Gulf Shores, Alabama won't be an easy football game. Melbourne Central Catholic a little later on this year won't be an easy football game. Will they be 8-2 this year? I don't know. It's tough to say. Let's leave it at this. How about 6-4 with a dual quarterback situation and another home game in the Heroes Bowl right here on November the 9th as they finish up 7-4. So there's my prediction for the Satellite Scorpions this year. 7-4 and a Heroes Bowl victory right here back-to-back at Satellite Beach. In fact, there is the schedule on the screen for you there so that you can take a look at it. All right, I'd like to thank Coach Kimmey and the players and the young ladies I interviewed, the team managers. And again, they're just as important as the guys on the field, because the guys on the field don't accomplish what they do without the help of the ladies off of it. So for Coach Kimmey, his great team, and all of his coaches, and the administration here at Satellite High School, I'm Alan Zlotorzynzki for Space Coast Daily TV.